Hi everyone, welcome back to our CVO's podcast. Welcome back to be with me right now, Linta, as your host tonight, and we have our special guest, Hanafi. So, would you like to introduce yourself to us, Hanafi?
So, hello, Linta, and this is kind of an honor for me to join with the podcast of SEFEO. It's really nice to join to be part of SEFEO podcast. And my name is Hanafi, and I'm from Central Java, Cilacap, and here I got a job, and my job is teaching the students at school, and I'm 28 years old. And yes, I am really enthusiastic with English speaking, like CVO group. It's really so exciting to join with every single of activities that CVO held. Yeah. Um,
Well, nice to
yeah.
know you here.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get into the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about environmental, issues, like we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of problems and also cases like currently happen in this particular
Yeah.
time. So I would like to know about your definition of environmental issues.
Okay, so I'm not good at that actually, so I cannot define clearly about that because I'm not the scientist, you know what I mean? Just I have my own opinion about that issues. So I think that life is getting harder now and the earth is getting older. Everyone's use their, pollutions, their gas, they use, what does that mean as what we call that as fossil fuel, when we try to use our vehicles, our transportations, of course we need to use a fossil fuel. So that's one thing, one reason why our pollution is getting worse. Like we have so much bigger environmental issues now. So it of course absolutely affects our environments. Like in the city, like where I live now in Cilacap, we here um, feel that the weather is getting hotter day by day. Yes, of course, we live nearby the sea, but the feel that I feel right now is really, it's not comfortable enough to feel because I think it's because of the global warming. I think the global warming, and one reason that may it cause is from the pollutions, the effects from the people use fuel fossil gases, right? And I think that it is quite massive. Everyone wants to use that. The productions of the fuel of fossil is increasing because the demand of the people wants to use that is higher. Like they want to use the vehicle, and now everyone, almost every family here has a car. Is that crazy, right? Has a car, has their own vehicles. um, and also they always want to have a new one. If the car is just published a new type, and also the motorcycle just published a new type of motorcycle, then the people here want to use that, want to buy that. It means that the use of the motorcycles, the use of cars is getting higher and getting increased, of course. And it means that we need to use more and more fossil fuel. And that's why that affects our environmental, and it becomes the global warming. Maybe it's not trending right now, the global warming. Then few years ago, I mean, like when I was in a senior high school or junior high school, the news about global warming is trending topic, but now I think it's not getting um, it's getting viral now. But I think if we take a look and then try to more focus on that, we feel that the global warming is real. It definitely affects our lives now. The climate change, like the climate change, um, that we have two seasons, rainy and dry seasons, but now it's not like what we try to uh, predict. Sometimes it rains in the morning and it's dry in the afternoon. So we cannot predict that. It means that I think that's the effect of the global warming stuff. Yeah. So I think that's my definitions of what we call as environmental issue.
Wow, that's really amazing explanation from you. But I think
Yeah.
like I do agree with your opinion that you said the like the most like things that makes the global issues, like I mean not global issues in the case of another thing, but the global warming like this. And I think you say that it's not being happening, I mean it's not being trending right now and not going viral right now. And like when like when you were in the high schools, I think there's something that like actually like big countries in the world had to do. I mean they're just trying to cover, I mean they're just trying to hide this kind of issues. Like actually it's not like because of only the gas or the fuel, the fossil fuel that affect this kind of climate, climate issues, but it's also because of like the industrial revolution. Do you think that
Yes.
like actually um it's not like it's not like our mistake as a developing countries. And I've ever heard from the news like some kind of conspiracy or what about like US or Norway like blame Indonesian because the case of the forest that being fire or something like that. And I feel like there's something that we have to change. I mean, what you can do. I mean, as a person, as just ordinary person in the world like us, what we can do for trying to uh, reduce like the authority of the Western communities or Western countries in the world that actually they are how to put it in the words, like they are um putting the gases like the greenhouse gases actually from the industrial activities. How what we can do as an ordinary person.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do you get
I know what you mean.
something?
Okay. Yeah. So that's a big problem from our country, and I think it's kind of not easy way to solve this biggest problem because it's getting now. Um, you know, I think it's not easy way to solve that unless we do a small thing, right? I can give my students to do a thing, but it doesn't span with and a long time. So it's kind of just short term, not long term. When I try to ask my students to do something like they want to make a reusable item like with some unused paper so they can make something from that, it doesn't span with long term, just a short term, because when they graduate from school and they try to use something else rather than they use reusable items. So I think, yeah, it's good to start with small thing, but if it is not from our heart, okay, just from the teacher's orders or someone orders, it just stay for short terms. And what we need to do is we can make a movement, right? So yeah, it's kind of campaign that maybe the government should make. And I think this one is a great idea that the government should do, because the campaign, like yeah, or the bigger agency, the bigger organizations can ask many people to do more kind of solutions. It's more useful rather than just doing something that it is small thing, but it's just short term. So yeah, it's good to start with small thing, but it needs to be ordered by the big organizations like the government itself. So yeah, now what the government do? I think yeah, the government do for some reasons, like they do for school, but they don't do for all people. They need to do something that all the people from school, from the society can work together to make something new, to make um, everyone realize that it is important. So that the government should do. So like reusable items, from the papers, we used to do that when we were in senior high school, when we were in junior high school, but it's nothing right now. What is the purpose now? It's nothing now. It's just for like the assessment from the teachers to score what they can do, but it's not kind of a long term. So we need to use that. We need to make something like regulations. The government should take a part of that. So it can be obligations of maybe long-term regulations to all people, not only for students. Okay, so that's the examples. Okay, of how we should regulate something that it is just for a project, but it is not affect um, all the sides. Okay, so that's one of the examples, and then we can try to make something another thing, like maybe the water itself. Okay, we can conserve the water, because I think today we some regions, okay, some regions are hard to find the water source. So I think we need to plant more trees, I think. So yeah, the water source will be much more to find for society that hard to find. And then I think we need to use more electricity, maybe, like the car, the electric car now is getting viral, and I think in big city like Jakarta now, people want to use electric car rather than the fuel car. So I think it's a good idea, but yeah, it's making you problems again. The battery needs to use more, I forget the names, but they need to make batteries from mining, maybe. I forget the names, but it's yeah, but it's good idea to use the electric car. Yeah. So what we need to do today is recycle. Recycling is a good idea to, yeah, at least minimize the global warming. Okay, we need to plant trees rather than buildings, but actually it it doesn't affect nothing. When we have a campaign to recycle something, but the company or the industry of building cement, like Holcim. Okay, I said the brand. Sorry. So yeah, it's getting bigger. They want to have more, more incomes by producing the cement. Yeah. At the same time, they campaign about the in the recycle items or the greenhouse, but at the same time they produce more about the pollutions. I live in a city in Tata where many industries here, Pertamina, Holcim, PLTU, okay, there are many industries here, but they have a campaign, they have something good, okay, they help people here with the education, they help people here with um, the environmental issue. Yeah, they of course help with the good thing, the positive side, but at the same time um, they produce a lot of pollution here. Okay, does it make sense? I don't think so it makes sense, because you do good, at the same time you do bad. Okay, I don't think it is a good one, because when we when we produce something bad, it should be more better solutions rather than the bad. Okay, like the industry, maybe they have the more pollutions every day getting out from the industry, but at the same time you need to put out more better goods, or like more better outputs. Okay, help the education's good, or maybe when you try to put something out, and then you need to make that kind of, something to, you know you need to organize that with. So the things that you need to put out is good when good out from the company. Okay, so yeah, I think the most problems with the environmental is getting from the company or in the industries. So yeah, the industries needs to make the difference. The government should take part in it. They should take real actions for that one. Okay, so the people will be confused, I think, because we don't have any freedom to to show our voice. We need to be together with the government. So yeah, I think the key is the government itself. Okay, maybe we have some movement, we have some organizations of environment, but we don't have much to do with that. So yeah, I think like Greenpeace, but it doesn't really affect. But the real thing is the government itself. The government should take real actions. Okay, so the industries is based on the government. The government make the rules, and then the industries follow the governments, and everything are based on the government itself. Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that was really amazing. I do
Mhm.
agree with you. Like, actually, the big companies in the world, actually, they a little bit hypocrite. Like for example, when you heard about like so many companies, like factories in the world, like they're saying that they
Mhm.
are supporting about the global issues. I mean, yeah, global issues in the term of climate change, of the environmental issues. They say like we have to
Mhm.
like do something for the world, but at the other hand, they always deploy their pollution, and they never like they just get the benefit from that. But they also like campaigning something. It's something that really
Mhm.
hypocrite for me. I mean, yeah, they have to do
Mhm.
something, and especially like the project of Elon Musk, that he wants to he has a project like to go to Mars. Like actually, I think that
Mhm.
instead of having this the idea of going to Mars, why doesn't he have something like, maybe recover the Earth instead of like, travel to
Yeah.
Mars, like put people to
Yeah.
Mars? Why?
Yeah.
Why? I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just useless because when we live in Mars, what we're gonna do after that? We don't have such a life in this planet Earth, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's waste of
Mm-hmm.
our energy. And I am not
Yes.
supporting Elon Musk to do that project. So
Mm-hmm.
do you think that like the greedy man in the world that always trying to say about
Mm-hmm.
they are concerning about the world, they're they say that they see future, I mean, they say that actually this world blah blah blah, like um do you believe in them, like actually uh we have a future in the world, in this world, like because of uh like people only wanted to get the benefit, not they don't really care about the earth, they don't really concern about the world, but they just care about money. So do you see the hope after all of this, hypocrisy from the man, like the biggest or the richest man in the world?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think that every humans are greedy, including myself. All right. So it's the human's nature. Okay. So what we need to, what everyone thinks is about their stomach, their own stomach. Okay. Like, um, you know, maybe yeah, they say that uh, they have responsibility to think other people. They say that they care other people, but the one thing that we need to know is they only care about their stuff. All right, everyone is like that. Okay, that's the first thing that I know from my lecturer, from someone that is he is wiser. Okay, so when we talk about how this one you said before the name wants to move to the Mars, it's about just they think that yeah, it's a good idea. They want to use another planet to live. Okay, they have research maybe, and they have um, you know, fly their own airplane or something that flying to Mars to research. But it's not I wanted to because uh, we are we are destined to live in this earth. We need to take care of
Yeah,
this earth.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as a human, all right, as humans from Al Quran. So I say that we are um, the savior of, and we also have responsibility to take care of this earth. It doesn't mean that we leave the earth and then we move to another planet. That's not um, that's not what does that mean? That's not wise. That's not what we are destined to do because this is our home. We need to take care of this planet. Like we live in our own home, right? It doesn't mean that our home is now broken and is it looks bad. Doesn't mean we need to find a new home. It's not right. It's better for us um, to renovate our homes and then make it better place again, right? So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. But this man who has SpaceX or yeah something that is really a modern, I think he is a good man. Yeah, I think he is a great man. He's something that people never thought about, making a rocket, making something that is really developed, something modern and useful. But I think as company, they only they only think about the income and the profit, of course, right? Because it's company, and yeah, they if they can help us, they can help the society, and they can help the earth. Is it better for him and their company? So yeah, he doesn't need to find a new planet to live. He just need to make something like technology maybe, or something that makes our earth be better again. That's all. So yeah, I think, like, you say the greedy man or arrogant or something that is bad for him. Yeah, maybe just uh someone's opinion. Yeah, maybe everyone has it, everyone does. But I think if I see from any videos of him, he said something really, mm, really powerful. He said something really useful for us. Like yeah, like Bill Gates, maybe they has he has a foundations. He has helped many people in Africa or something. Like this man who has SpaceX, maybe they have helped some people in some regions. I think that's a good idea, but we don't should any make any judgment of negative about that person. Yeah, we should support him as long as he is on the right way, and if he has something that behind us we don't know and it is bad, we need to, yeah, give up, maybe protest, or yeah, maybe if he has something bad behind us, all people will hate him, and yeah, maybe um, he will be feeling shy or something, shameful maybe or something, and yeah, but he has made many cars that is it is electrical cars. I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't hate him as person, but I think that I've watched the discussion of him with Jack Ma before, like in
Mm-hmm.
a YouTube, on a YouTube. So he said that Jack Ma is a person that pro to art, like plan wherever, and then uh you know Elon Musk is prefer to like space plan, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
they discuss about why, and Jack Ma asked to him, like, why don't you try to solve the problem of the the earth instead of like having the plans of move to Mars, move to the other planets. And he said that he said that he wanted to have something like different, like other options for people, like they can live in Earth, also they can live in other planet as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
think I'm a bit pro to
Mm-hmm.
Jack Ma instead of him, instead of
Okay.
Elon
Okay.
Musk, my
Yeah, yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. So everyone has
Mm,
their ambitions, okay? So if
yeah.
someone is ambitious, they want to need something to get done, even they want to travel to another planet. Okay, like
Yeah.
me, like you have something that is ambitious thing, right?
Mm,
Like Elon Musk, okay, he has a lot of money and he can do whatever he wants. Like he wants to make a rocket, and yes, he can do that. And he wants to make um, a planet to be living. Yeah, he can do that. As long as they don't urge us as the people of Earth to live in another country, is good. But yeah, someone wants to research, someone wants to try something new maybe, yeah, or because he is crazy about technology. So yeah, I think yeah, maybe some part I agree, some another part I don't agree, because Elon Musk maybe has something bad that we don't know yet. It's kind of maybe they try to you know making us believe that another planet is will be better. That is not good for me, I think.
Hmm. So yeah, do you still like there's a hope for us, like maybe the world gonna be better, or the climate change become worse in the future? What do you think about it?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question, please? Hello.
Yeah, yeah. After all of the explanation that you've told me before, do you think that there is a hope in the future for us to live in this planet Earth, or maybe the climate change become even worse? What do you think about it?
Okay, I missed the first part of your questions. Please, can you repeat that again?
Oh, okay.
Because I got
Yeah.
a bad signal here. Yeah. Thank you.
Mm. So, okay. Um, After all of the explanation you've said, you know,
Mm,
um, what do you think? I mean, do you see the hope in the future of our planet
mm,
Earth after
mm,
all of these, problems, like maybe the greedy of people,
mm,
whatever you name it,
yeah.
and or maybe do you see like maybe the climate change become even worse? Like, do you see the hope for
Okay.
our future?
Yeah. Okay. This is hard questions. So I think that our planet will be better or worse is depend on us as the people of this planet. And as I see it from now, I don't see that it is getting better. I think because as we know that the campaign of global warming is getting much more than before, and the pollutions of some industries is getting worse, and the government or the people wants to build a company, to build industries to make the profits of themselves, even they didn't care about the environment. So that's based on the facts that I got. It's not possible to make our earth is getting better because of that facts, I think. Okay, so yeah, like the industries is getting bigger, and the pollutions now is getting worse, even though that is kind of the people make a change by using the electrical cars, or that's what is the change that the people made nowadays, but it actually doesn't affect anything because the pollution is still big, and this industrial is getting wider, like the Pertamina here is getting wider and wider, and PLTU, it's now the government always invests to a new plant, right? If I'm not mistaken, but I don't think it's the fact, but yeah, I think the government invest for many PLTU in Indonesia is getting worse, I think, because the pollution is really bad here. And also the cars itself. Yeah, the cars. The online transportations. We have find so many transportation which is online. In
Mm,
Jakarta, for
sorry for
example, is
interrupting.
yeah, it's getting
Hey,
worse.
sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. So based on the facts that I know, I don't think that Earth will be better. Like yeah, um, people nowadays, they don't care about maybe the pollution, the environment, and the children now are less pay attention to that
Sorry for
issues.
interrupting.
They just
How can we
only care
stop?
about being YouTuber. They only focus about how make a TikTok. They don't care about the environment issues, I think so. Yeah. So as a conclusion, I don't think the earth is getting better in the future. So yeah, I think.
Yeah, that was really mind blowing explanation from you. But
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
Thank
it is
you.
our time is up. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe we can talk about this deeper later. So
Yeah.
thank you for this really great
My
conversation. See you
pleasure.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. My
See you
pleasure.
guys later. Bye.
Yeah. See you. Bye.